Back in the fray. It's not my fault. It's not my fault. Yeah, I want him replaced. I want him replaced. I could go through the whole game not saving and it'd be fine, but I'm not gonna. No, it's Octopunk's fault. Like, I watched their fan movie and now I'm like, well, looks like I gotta play it again. It's very good. It's a very, very good movie. You should go watch it if you haven't. Detroit Evolution. Totally fucking banging. So, just like banging. It's like an old person thing, like you're from the 70s. It's totally banging, bro. Like, is it? Here we have our good boy Connor. By the way, I can't be mean to Gavin anymore. Also not my fault. Of course I want to save the pit. You can't just leave him there. And you got this lady. She comes over here and starts yelling at me like everything's my fault. Like, I did it.
Please, you gotta save my little girl.
It's like, it's all you. I'm like, I didn't do anything wrong.
You're sending an android?
All right, ma'am. You need to go.
You can't do that.
It's kind of rude, isn't it?
Why aren't you sending
Sending
a real
an
person?
android? That's not a person. Like, I disagree. Like, wholeheartedly. I'm not a person. Does Captain Allen work for our district? Like, the one that Hank works for and stuff? Like, does he work for that one?
My men are ready to step in. Just give the order.
Are you done being angry? I'm sitting here to talk to you. I don't believe this.
Captain
You better
Allen.
believe it.
My name is Connor. I'm the android sent by CyberLife.
He's so salty.
It's firing at everything that moves. It already shot down 2 of my men. We could easily get it, but they're on the edge of the balcony. If it falls, she falls.
Do you know if it's been behaving strangely before this?
I haven't got a clue. Does it matter?
I need information
Yeah,
to
see, this
determine the best
guy
approach.
has no reason for his salt.
Do you know its
But
name?
now Gavin has a reason, so you can't be mad at Gavin anymore.
Saving that kid is all that matters. So either you deal with this fucking android
He's-
now, or I'll take care of it.
He's a puppy in my eyes now. There's just no other way to describe him. He acts like a Rottweiler, but he's a puppy. It's like, I am fierce. It's like, are you? Seem fiercer. Any reason to play this game, though, right? For me. I can't help it. Okay, let's go check out other things while they're standing around being like, whoa, what's going on? Things are going on. What's going on? Daniel is Simon Light. I think that would be a great next fan film is Simon and Marcus. You know my feelings on North. How I feel like she was kind of like shoved in there for reasons. There's nothing against the actress, because she was great. She did great as North, but it just felt very forced. That's what I'm trying to say.
All units hold positions. Negotiators going in.
Yep, that's a dead guy, alright. You think there's like a android detective like Connor who's very like literal? I mean literal in the sense like go look at that corpse, and then he goes over and he's like, yep, that's a corpse. It's like, really? Is that what 10 would be? Because we have 8. There's Connor. 9s. There's 900, and then like 10s. 10s is just like, yeah, indeed, that is a body. And they're like, dude, not right now. I do think it's sad they were gonna throw Daniel away. Being like freaked out. Like, what did I do wrong? It's like, you didn't do anything wrong. Well, until you started shooting people. You know, out of range. You were just all in the way all the time. I think if I could have anything done in the fan film, you know, thing going on right now with Detroit Become Human and Gavin and Nines, it would be, because he calls him Terminator a lot in the film. And I was like, can that just be like a small short? Like, they sit down one night to watch Terminator and like Nines is not impressed. It's like, I don't act like that. And it's like, I don't know, you kinda do. It's like, that's not nice. Yeah, I'm fine. I just took a bullet. You know how it is. I'm like, yeah, I do. Connor can get shot a few times.
We should take down.
These guys are so impatient. We should take this fool down. It's like, yeah, why don't you just run out there? That's a good idea. That's what I would do in a hostage situation. I just go sprinting outside where the guy with the gun is. Hope for the best. By the way, I hate glass top stoves. Oh, I need to look out the window real quick. What is that cop's name, I wonder? Okay, I think I picked up everything I could. Probably. Maybe. That's rude. Just opening fire.
Don't come any closer or I'll jump!
No, please, I'm begging you!
It's weird, because like with this, you're trying to talk Daniel down as calmly as possible.
Hi, Daniel!
And then like
My name
Ortiz's
is
robot,
Connor. How do you know my
you're
name?
like having to be
I know a lot of things
half an
about you.
asshole to it.
I've come to get you out of this.
Oh, hey, yeah, why don't you guys just be loud and obnoxious with your dumb helicopter? So I see you shot some people.
I know you're angry, Daniel,
Waifu!
but you need to trust me and let me help you. I don't want your help. Nobody can help me. All I want is for all this to stop. I just want all this to stop.
Yeah, me too, buddy.
I know you and Emma were very close. You think she betrayed you, but she's done nothing wrong. She lied to me! I thought she loved me. But I was wrong. She's just like all the other humans.
Listen, Daniel.
No!
You shouldn't go around pointing guns at kids. You're setting a bad example.
He's losing blood. If we don't get him to a hospital, he's going to die.
All humans die eventually. What does it matter if this one dies now?
I'm going to apply a tourniquet.
touch him!
Wow, he's a
Touch
big
him
shot.
and I kill you!
You're not my boss.
You can't kill me. I'm not alive.
He does know I'm an android, right? He sees like he shot me in the shoulder, and now I'm like my jacket. It's got my number on it.
They were going to replace you, and you became upset. That's what
This
happened,
should
right?
go away.
I thought I was part of the family. I thought I mattered,
You do matter.
but I was just their toy.
I'm sorry, Daniel.
Something to throw away when you're done with it. Listen, I know it's not your fault. These emotions you're feeling are just errors in your software. No, it's not my fault. I never wanted this. I love them, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But I was nothing to them.
He's so
Just
angry.
a slave to be ordered around. I can't stand that noise anymore. Tell that helicopter to get out of here.
See, my natural instinct is to push X, because in like every game X is like interact. But X on this can be very bad decisions.
You have to trust me, Daniel. Let the hostage go, and I promise you, everything will be fine. I want everyone to leave. And I want a car.
I would never.
When I'm
I
outside
would
the
never
city,
feed
I'll
you
let her
to
go.
Cthulhu. I mean, not unless you wanted to be fed
That's
to
impossible,
Cthulhu.
Daniel.
You know, he'd
Let
totally
the
be
girl
fine
go,
with it.
and I promise you won't be hurt. I don't want to die.
I know, buddy. I don't want you to die.
You're not going to die. We're just going to talk. Nothing will happen to you. You have my word.
What? Huh?
Okay.
Oh, thank you for threatening your
trust you.
friend's waifu. Oh, look at how mechanical and like machine-like he is. He's very cold and calculating, like at the beginning, and then later he's like, yeah, I feel bad. When I was saying that I watched that Detroit Evolution movie, that fan
You lied to
film,
me, Connor.
and so I was like, I gotta play this now. I have no choice. And also now I can't be mean to Gavin. Oh, like he gets such a bad rep for this, and then you watch that movie and you're like, oh my god, you poor thing. Look, that guy, yeah, fuck you. What was that guy's name? Pierce something? I don't know. That fucking captain asshole. I'm glad, because I like playing it. But you know that. I played it like, I know what the flowchart does. You don't have to tell me every time I restart the game. It's like, did you know that there's a flowchart? I'm like, yep, I sure did. Thank you. But I adore this game. Like, I'd play it all the days. This and Dragon Age Inquisition, just the best. It is a nice flowchart. And you can also click on a button to see what everyone in the world chose to do, and see what your friends chose to do. So then you can like corner your friends and talk about how disappointed you are in their choices. Like, how could you do that? How could you do that to Marcus? How could you hurt Hank like that?
It looks amazing. This is exactly what we need.
Oh, look. It's the Todd father. Go away.
I can show you that.
48 months interest-free credit.
It's so weird,
And
like,
it comes
seeing,
with a
like,
2-year
androids
warranty
selling
for parts and
androids. It's, like, very odd.
Gardening, repairs. At night, it switches to surveillance mode and contacts emergency services if there's a
Dude,
break-in
it
or
switches
if it detects
to...
smoke.
No, I want an
How much
android
is
that at night it
The
switches to
NVA
murder
is
mode.
slightly more expensive, but it
So, like,
has
anyone
many
who breaks in the
functions.
house is just met with
Come
death.
along, I'll show you. I don't like this guy.
There it is. It was a bit difficult getting it back in working order.
Okay.
It was really messed up. What'd you say happened to it again?
The car hit it. Stupid accident.
That's, I mean, unless you're friends with with Kamsky.
Anyway, it's as good as new now.
And then
except that we had to reset it.
It doesn't.
Meaning
you
we
get a
had to
free
wipe its
Android
memory.
with all the
Hope you don't mind.
parkour
That'll be
that you
fine.
could ever hope
Okay.
for.
Did you give it a name?
My daughter did.
AX400. Register your name.
Kara.
My name is Kara.
It's these weird moments with Todd where, like, he's a piece of shit, but he didn't have to name the android Kara. He didn't have to. But he did. It's, like, very strange. Like, he has these moments of clarity, almost, where he realizes that he's a piece of shit. It's, like, not all the time. Hi! Hello, Chris. I'm very happy to see you here. Are you guys excited for anime night? It's more nonsense and God Eater. I love, like, I've decided that we have to have one weird anime, like, going all the time. Like, you know, like, we're doing Nanbaka now. That one's very strange. And then after Nanbaka, I might do, like, Kill a Kill or something. I haven't decided, but it has to be something strange. It can't be normal. There has to be one weird anime. Like, Bungo Stray Dogs is, like, kind of strange, but not, like, super strange. I mean, like, Dazai is like, I want to kill myself, and it's like, ha ha, don't do that. But that's, like, that kind of strange. But I mean, like, it just gotta be, like, really weird. Like, Nanbaka is brightly colored and sparkly, and they're always yelling at each other. Tonight is just 2 episodes, so it'll be about an hour, like, all together, because I think each episode is about 23 minutes. Tomorrow, though, we're watching a movie. It's Blame, which is a great movie. Lots of death and explosions and coolness, so... Yeah, if I can have any other fan film made by Octopunk, it would be Marcus and Simon, because I feel like their relationship was very, like, alluded to, but never fulfilled because they kind of shoved North into the story. But I feel like if anyone could bring that to life, it would be Octopunk and the entire team and stuff. You know, because, like, their fan film takes place like a year or something after the uprising, something like that. And it's very good. And New Gavin, I think the actor's name is Chris. Amazing. Like, he's spot on Gavin Reed. Like, the way he laughs, the way he talks, the way he looks at people, just spot on, and I love it. And then, of course, you got Nines, who's just, he's an adorable android, but he's also got the sauce.
Water.
You live around 12 miles and are 5 miles away from your goal.
Sorry, hold on. Josh just sent me a funny text. I had to respond. Okay. Hello, Red. Get to the street. Get to the crosswalk. Go, Marcus. Use your android legs. That's something that I really like, that, like, something they put in is, like, after he becomes deviant, he can just cross.
You're scaring away my customers.
I'm already past you, bro. Why don't you calm down before I headbutt you, okay? I'm the hardcore parkour android, now fuck you up. Okay, let's go watch this guy yell about androids.
A life with no soul. A pale copy
Yeah,
of
go
our creator.
watch the
Why do you
Detroit
look at me so
Detroit
human?
Awakening and Detroit Evolution
I
fan
know who you
films. Awakening comes before.
I can see through
That's when
you.
they had the first actor who
You
played
are
Gavin,
the one
and then
by
he got
whom
in
the
trouble
evil will come.
because he was
You
doing
are
some
the one who will
no-nos.
destroy Detroit.
So he was fired, like, hard. And then they got new Gavin, and he's amazing, and I would watch him all day. He's the best. He's a cutie. I can't help myself. Hello, hi, I'm Marcus.
Identification verified.
And of course, I also love all the personalities of the characters, especially like Hank's like the "I'm so done" dad attitude, where he's just like, ugh. He's like, I'm literally too old for this. Okay, I was born like Star Wars.
Transaction complete.
What was the last movie I watched? That's Hank. And then Gavin has like all the movies. He's like, I got a movie collection to make you jealous. And it's like, do you know? It's like, yes. I really do hope that he and Nines watch Terminator. It would just be so funny. He's just like, I've never done that. And Gavin's like, just give it time. Pretty sure I can avoid these protesters, but like there's a part of me that doesn't want to, but there's a part of me that does, because I don't like seeing my boy hurt. But then I'm like, I don't know, it's kind of world building.
When do we want it? What do we want? When do we want?
What do we want? Hot dogs!
Tin can.
Oh, and then that, in the Detroit fan films, in Evolution,
those tin cans here.
Gavin uses the term tin can as a term of endearment, and it's
Look at this little motherfucker. They steal our jobs,
because he
but
doesn't
can't
say
even
it,
stand
like,
up.
a tin can, like this guy, or like, you know, Gavin in the game. The movie's totally canon. It's gotta be. I watched the first season and then I stopped watching it.
We're gonna fuck your bitch ass up.
Oh, are you?
Do it.
This guy doesn't know that Elijah Kamsky made me able to snap a man's neck just by blinking.
Leave it alone.
Let us teach this bastard a lesson.
Oh. That's another thing. This Marcus was a gift to Carl directly from Kamsky.
You take your job next.
Like, depending on which way the story with Carl goes, it doesn't seem like Marcus knows how to do CPR. And I feel like Kamsky's like, okay, I'm gonna make a robot who can kick ass and do parkour. They're like, okay, cool. What about, like, I mean, he's going to an old person. So what about, like, medical stuff? And he's like, what? I don't know what that is. I don't know what this medical stuff is, but he's gonna be able to do parkour and take a bullet like a champ. It's like, oh, okay. It was interesting. But he let Marcus like out into the world, knowing full well that Carl was going to help him develop his humanity, just so he could go out and make sure that all the other androids develop some form of humanity. It's very interesting, and it shows how manipulative and devious like Kamsky is. He's kind of evil, but not really. Yeah, there's a choice here, which you'll see that on this flowchart. Here, let me show you this. See how this stuff is like, you know, all highlighted in, and then like I have these two that I didn't get this time. You know, that hot dog guy, he like is like, get over here, you're gonna scare everyone. And then if you just stand there, he gets all fucking pissed off. Listen to Busker. I have no idea what that is, but I got it at some point. All on accident. What if that did, you know, I like to think that Todd set that house on fire. He's just like really pissed off one day and he just Molotovs it. It's like, damn. It's very sad. There are some people who were like upset about Todd having that at the end, that moment of redemption. But I think it's less about like being redemptive and more about...
You coming?
Yeah, I'm right behind you, you fucking asshole. It's more about him letting go of Alice.
You've been gone for 2 weeks,
and
so the place is a mess. You do the housework,
coming
the
to
washing,
terms with
you
the
cook the
fact that
meals,
he's
and you take care of...
a piece of shit, which he does.
God damn it, where the fuck's the brat
And I
gone
think
now?
that you should allow
Alice!
characters like this
Alice!
to have those moments
Oh.
of clarity. Because
That's
after he
Alice.
lost
Look
Alice,
after
because
her.
first he lost
Homework,
his daughter was
bath,
taken,
all that
his
crap.
wife left him,
Got
and then
it?
he got Alice.
Yes, Todd.
And then Alice
Get
and
started down here,
Kara
then you go upstairs.
escaped him, so he lost his second daughter. And I think that gave him those moments of like, it's me. You know what I mean? Like, it's not them, it's me. So, you know, yeah, I think that characters should be allowed to have those sort of moments, because it's not so much redeeming as it is understanding their psychology. It took him losing a second daughter for him to understand that he's a piece of garbage. And he probably always will be, you know?
Yeah, I can get that.
But people change. And that's what's interesting about being a person, is that people can change. Even the worst people can change. And I do. I think if someone is looking for redemption, you should give them, you know, that moment.
TV on.
It's like the whole thing that's going on with Endeavor right now in My Hero Academia is like people are like, and it's in the manga and stuff too, people got mad at the writer because they decided that they wanted to give Endeavor some form of redemption and some form of forgiveness. And they're like, how can you give an abuser anything like that? And it's like, because he's asking for forgiveness. He's trying to be a better person. And you can see it building up in the show and stuff when Shoto, his son, Todoroki, starts standing up to him. It's like he's starting to realize that he's kind of a bastard. And it leads up to the moment where he's, you know, he's trying to be better. And people are like, oh, I don't understand. How can you forgive someone who's abusive? It's like, it takes time. It's not easy. And even Todoroki is like, it's not like he's like forgiven his dad or anything, but he recognizes that his dad is trying. And that's what's important. I'm sorry if my throat is raspy. I worked out. I did cardio stuff. And so now my, like, I always cough and stuff after I do cardio. So my chest and throat are all like, why? Yeah, I think if someone is truly sorry, they deserve... What the heck happened? I was trying to do the dishes and now it's like, do the dishes. What the heck? What happened? No! Okay, I'll go do something else real quick and then see if it'll let me come back and do it anyway. It's like, what do you mean clean the house? Oh yes, I would find you. It won't let me clean the dishes now. I didn't do anything weird. Did I accidentally let go of the button? Fine, I guess I'll just keep the house dirty. I'm just a bad maid. Oh, nice. Oh, he's gonna yell at me. Get back to work. I just write about our apocalypse plan. Oh, do I have to collect the dishes?
Alice! You better stop that right
Did you
now!
stop yelling at her? It's kind of... Okay. Oh, that's what it was. That's right. I have to collect the dishes and then wash them. I totally forgot about the dirty table. It would be quite the journey, but there would be nothing stopping me from getting to you. I would pack up the family and be like, we gotta get Ashley, we gotta get her kids, we gotta find Charles. We'll just all be in like a van or something and be like, fuck it. Don't let your apocalypse family die. No family left behind. No waifus left behind. And I also get like questions when I talk about my abuse. How can you forgive someone who hurt you?
Kara!
Yes, Todd?
Bring me a cold beer!
It's not
Right
easy, but I think it's better than holding on. You know, and a lot of the times when you tell them, I forgive you, it changes their perspective. Because, you know, they expected you to just hold on to all this, and then, like, suddenly you're telling your abuser, like, yeah, I forgive you. And it's like, what? It's like, yeah, I forgive you. It's like, well, you did was shitty, but it happened. It's over. I'm alive. That's all that matters. Yeah, it's definitely healthier to allow that forgiveness and to hold on to the anger and like the pain and stuff. I think, and I mean, you know, I am very resilient. I always have been. So like thinking about that sort of thing and what happened isn't the same as like something bad happens and then I'm suddenly like having flashbacks or something. I know some people do, and it's very hard for some people to get over it, but I've never been someone who holds on, you know, who holds a grudge or holds an anger like that, because it's toxic. It poisons you, like, from the inside. So I definitely think giving forgiveness when someone is asking for it, or just telling someone bad that you forgive them for doing something bad to you, really helps. It'll help you move on, help you move forward. It's like the first step.
You like playing out here?
And I know it's scary, but it's worth it. If that's the biggest piece of advice I could give to someone who's been abused, is I know it's scary, but it is worth it. So I would consider it. And even if you don't, I would at least consider it. You know. You're not obligated, but I just feel that it would help a lot. Who was I talking to? Oh, it was Sid I was talking to in our anime chat, and he had no idea that I had been abused. And he was like, really? And I'm like, oh yeah. And he's like, so weird. It's like, I know. I'm like the last person you would think would have been hurt, because I don't act like it.
You shouldn't mess around with my stuff.
It made me tougher.
Makes me nervous.
You know, if I could take anything away from it, it definitely made me tougher.
Stay the fuck out of my business.
Listen.
Unless you want to piss me off.
Leave your business out of the laundry room and I won't touch it. He's just like, it's none of my business. And I'm like, keep your business out of my domain. Kara's domain is the laundry room and the kitchen. Keep your business out of it. Yeah. Yep, my mom had, her first two husbands were abusive, and one of her boyfriends. So yeah, it was something that I grew up with as a kid. And then the boyfriend is the one that I stood up to, because I decided that I wasn't going to be scared anymore. I thought what happened was he shoved my mom onto the floor, and he went to get knives out of the kitchen, like to stab her, I'm guessing. And it was that moment where I was like, not happening. So I got in between them, and it was like the most powerful moment of my life, because I was like, this guy is nothing.
What's its name?
And I felt so like empowered in that moment, because I realized I didn't have to be afraid of him because he was a coward. And it really like changed my perspective on things like that. I think a lot of people are also like weirded out by the fact that I don't hold any sort of grudge towards other men. I'm like, what do they have to do with it? I'm like, it wasn't them. They didn't do anything to me. So I have no reason to hold that grudge. Or like put that anger on strangers. I'm like, it's not their fault. Oh my god, what if Kara stepped on one of those toys and just fell down the stairs and broke her neck? What happened to your android this time? She fell. I'm like literally. It's like, oh shit. But yeah. It's okay to be scared. It's okay for it to not be easy. But it's worth considering forgiveness, because I feel like it will help you move on. I really do. What is it they said in Demon Slayer? His grandpa? It's okay to be scared, and it's okay to run away. Just never give up. That's exactly it. Hello, small child. Who is totally a child. I made the bed. I should just leave the rest of the mess. You think Tal would yell at me? Or you think it'd be too high to yell? Or you think it'd be just high enough? It's totally understandable. And it's really something I don't expect everyone to talk about, because some people just aren't comfortable like voicing what happened, and that's totally fine. I do think though that if you're not comfortable saying it out loud, you should write it down, because it kind of just gets it out, you know. It allows you to kind of release what happened. It's just from an intimate standpoint, like of knowing about certain things.
And now to sports.
No. Yes. I love these little animated films that they have in like their movies. There was one in Heavy Rain that was a little animated short they put in, and I think there was one in Beyond Two Souls. I think they put them in their games, and it's very interesting. Oh, I better get back to work, or Todd's gonna be like, what are you doing watching cartoons in my room? I'm be like, dude, you left your door open. I think that's it in his room, right? Urgent tasks, okay. I gotta do the bathrooms too. He's up here being all like, man, I'm Todd.
Watch it.
You wanna fight? I can break you, man. I can break you so hard. You can actually kill him, but I don't, because, you know, I try to get out with as little casualties as possible. That's why I was big on saving Simon. Simon's Bay. Can't help it, man. Of course now fucking Gavin. I'm gonna keep going off about him in that movie, because it's so unexpected. You don't expect to fall in love with him at all, but you do, and it's amazing. I would want them to write a fan fiction about my life, because they're very good at it. Maximilian, best RK900 ever. It's cute and sweet and moving and endearing, and you're like, oh no, don't be sad. It's one of those where like you see the character being sad and you're like, no, don't be sad.
Is that okay, Alice?
Hug him, someone hug him. It's like that sort of
Alice
thing.
in Wonderland. Of course.
I wonder if this is where he got her name. Because it's not her name. She's a robot, so it's like he's like walking through the room and he's like, Alice in Wonderland. Sure. Because it's just the one that happens to be open.
Seems you like reading.
She's like, totes. I like reading. Like books, fairy tales. Doesn't she? She probably doesn't have all the stories in her brain. Like Connor and Nines would have books and shit, like all the books in the world in their brain. Because they're detectives, so they would have to know like references and stuff. And movies too. Could you imagine just having all the movies in your head? You're like, yeah, I don't need to watch it on the TV. Friendly.
I'm sure we used to be friends before I was reset. Maybe
We
we can
were,
be
but then
friends
Dad
again.
tossed you down the stairs.
Your father said you chose my name. Kara. It's nice. How did you choose it? You should tell me about yourself. What you like to do, where you like to go, your favorite foods.
I don't
That
like
would
to go
really help
anywhere. I don't eat food. And I don't remember where I got your name.
Okay. I can see you want some space. I'll leave you alone.
Yeah, and the only way you can get RK900 in this game is if you totally fuck over Connor. That's the only way. You know? He's not like a main character at all. Neither is Gavin. So it's so cool. Like taking like these small side characters, one who screams at you all the time for looking in his general direction, and just turning them into something like amazing. What's Alice's last name? See, that's how he got his daughter's name. Alice in Wonderland, and now he's got Alice, the other Alice, but it's more Alice in Wonderland for this Alice. Because it's very Wonderlandy for her, I think. Like, they go on a big adventure, and they meet the Jerrys, who are, I guess, are kind of like the Mad Hatter. No, Ralph is the Mad Hatter. There we go. Ralph is also that character who's supposed to be, like, really creepy, but then you just kind of feel bad for him. You're like, dude, are you okay? He's like, nope. It's like, oh, okay. That's fine. I'm not okay either. I'm being chased by Connor. Dude, look at, like, Kara's face. She looks pissed in that picture. Like, he must have been hurting Alice, and then, like, Kara was like, don't touch her, and then he, like, was like, bah, I want to rip your arm off. I also love that resetting her didn't take away that part of her person. You know? Because that's what you expect to happen, is they are reset and it wipes them clean. But even being reset did not wipe her maternal instincts clean.
What are you doing?
I think it was very interesting.
I'm playing.
I know what you're thinking.
Of course, she kind of has shit maternal
That's a
instincts.
low life.
Like half the time.
Fucking loser.
She's like, let's go to this
Can't get a
house
job,
outside
take
of
care of
town and step in it. It's totally fine.
Don't you think
It's not
I tried
creepy.
to
What
make
do you
things
mean?
work?
Like fucking Alice is like, we should meet.
But whatever I do, when someone comes along, they just fuck it all up.
Are you gonna buy a new chair, Todd?
You hate me.
This is the game. The chairs are
You hate me, don't
indestructible.
you? Say it! You hate me!
Yeah, I've been grabbed and stuff. Not like that. I've never been picked up and shook, but I've had my arms grabbed and I've been hit and you know stuff like that. Yelled at.
You know I love you, don't you? You know I love you.
And that's a lot of classic abuser talk, where they will like tear you apart and then they will apologize, tell you how much they care about you, and then they'll do it all over again. It happens a lot in like, not just this type of relationship, but it happens a lot in like intimate relationships, like boyfriend girlfriend, husband wife relationships. That's sort of like a lot of the times when there's someone who's being abused, the abuser's always like that, you know, very manipulative, like that. And it's weird because sometimes it almost seems like they don't realize they're doing it because it's become like second nature, you know what I mean? So they don't realize that they're saying these things as a way to like draw you in. And then like some of them do. Some of them are very, you know, they know very much what they're doing. And also there's a lot of abusers who were abused themselves. So they have that mentality where it's just being passed down and passed down and passed down. And then at some point the cycle stops because there's one person that's like, I'm not doing that. And I think a lot of abuse victims struggle very much with like their attitude and their like tempers just because they don't know any other form of self-defense. So it's like very hard, you know, to monitor yourself and stuff like that. You have to really like force yourself, like step back and be like, okay, calm down. There's no reason to be this mad. I've never played Smite. I've watched it played, and I'm like, yep. It's not my kind of game, but I'm glad that there are people who enjoy it. It's like Battlefield. I played Battlefield for a while, and then I was like, yeah. I liked Call of Duty better, and I know a lot of people will be like, oh, that's so dumb, and I'm like, you're so dumb. I gotta touch it. Something I want to know. Can Connor also play the piano? Because he's like the most advanced that Cyberlife has to offer. Other than Nines. Nines is also incredibly advanced. And then Marcus as well. He's also very advanced. So can all the like advanced models play the piano? Like it's just something they're like, you know what we need? What? An android hunter who likes to play Beethoven. Or like, I guess. I just like to imagine. All of them know how to play an instrument. Of course, Marcus plays the piano, but I think that Connor would probably be like more of like a guitar guy. You know, because like he kind of got into like metal, like hanging out with Hank. I just loved it. Like their little thing where Hank's like, you like metal? And he's like, I mean, I like whatever is cool. He's like, I like noise. I don't know which Call of Duty I got. I got the remaster for... Is it Modern Warfare? Is that the one that had the remaster recently? Like they remade it, but I think it also had, they put out the remaster for free on PS Plus because they wanted to like promote the new one. I think I cleaned everything up in here. I mean, I'm pretty sure. I tried. I think. I mean, if I didn't, I'll see it when I come back in here, but I think I got it. I love that his studio just has weird splotches of paint all over the place, like he got mad and like threw a can or two. Or like they fell off his little elevator. I pointed this out before, but the creators have a thing with giraffes and four-leaf clovers. I don't know if that's like symbolic. The clover I can understand as being symbolic, but does someone just like giraffes? That's a creepy chandelier, Carl. You know he didn't put that there. You know he asked someone to design this house. And they're like, we should put a creepy baby chandelier up in the foyer. And they're like, what? It's like, yeah, that'll scare people coming to visit. All I know is that Captain Price is in it. And he's my main man. Him him and what's his little buddy's name? The one he was training.
Good morning, Carl.
Good morning.
It's 10
Anyway,
a.m.
the one that died.
The weather is partly cloudy, 54 degrees.
Yeah, Captain Price.
80%
He should be in
humidity with a
every single
strong
Call of Duty.
possibility
Like,
of
I don't care if
afternoon
it's
showers.
futuristic or
It
like
sounds like a good
in
day
the
to spend
past.
in bed.
They should just have a Captain Price, and it should always be the
I
same
did
guy.
go pick up the paint that you ordered.
Oh, yes, I've forgotten. That is the difference between
No,
you
not
and
Ghost.
me, right, Marcus? You never forget anything.
You play as, or no, you don't. You play as him when you follow Captain Price around, and then later in. There it goes. My controller died. But no, what's his name? There's Captain Price.
Show me your arm, please, Carl.
Ghost dies, like, on a ship
Carl.
or something. Right? No.
Thank
Roach
you.
gets shot in the face.
I just opened my eyes and I'm already gritting my teeth. It's just such a fragile machine.
He's like the type of name you give to a dog, I
They
feel.
break down so quickly. All
What's
this
his name?
effort to keep them going.
I just know Captain Price was very upset that you died. That the character died. He's like, no,
What happened to your clothes?
my boy.
Oh, it's nothing. Just some demonstrators in the street, Carl.
What a bunch of idiots.
Soap.
They think
There
they
we
can
go.
stop
His name was
progress by
Soap.
roughing up a few androids.
I was like, it's a dog's name. It's
I
not.
hope they
It's not a
didn't
dog's
harm
name.
you.
Oh,
Soap.
no. They just pushed me around.
He dies
I'm fine.
in the third Modern Warfare game
I'll take you
from
to
a
the bathroom
pre-existing injury, I do believe. Because he gets stabbed in the second one, and then he dies in the third one because he was trying to help Captain Price and he needed to give you some information, and he winds up dying from his injuries. Soap was my favorite. And if you've ever watched the movie Dog Soldiers, the voice of Soap plays the main character. And I loved it. It was basically Call of Duty versus werewolves, which I think would be a very fun game. You know how they have zombies? Werewolves. I feel like it would be better.
Anything special on the agenda today?
Yes, there's the opening of your
Yeah, Leo's gonna
retrospective
come
at
by
the
and
Museum
piss
of
me
Modern
off
Art.
later.
The gallery director left 4 messages
That too.
asking to confirm
Leo
your
is
attendance.
another character that you really hate.
I haven't decided
Like,
yet.
you meet him and you just are like, oh,
We'll
this
see
guy's
about that later.
ugh, he's a snake.
What else?
And then
Just your
once you
usual
shove
thing, yeah.
him
I've already answered.
and he whacks his head really hard, and then you
Any news from
see
Leo?
that message from him, you're like, God
No.
damn, that fucking near-death
call him if you
experience
like.
changed
No.
his ass. Because
No,
like,
don't bother.
you know, he's asking his dad, you know, please, I'm sorry for what I did, and I was on drugs, and you're right. You have every right to be
I'm
pissed off at me
starving.
and stuff, and be disappointed.
Well, your
'cause
breakfast is ready.
kind of
Bacon
been a
and eggs,
shit.
just the way you like them.
So
You're welcome.
it's very, very awesome. I pointed this out too, like when you see him paint, he takes after Carl, which I find very interesting, you know, because it's very like
Television.
like father-son. Like he watches him paint all the time and stuff like that. So he's taken on that art style that Carl has. So it's like really cool. I like to imagine the
Why don't
first
you find
time
something to do while I finish my
Carl
breakfast?
told him to go do
Sure.
something.
Okay, Carl.
He's like, why don't you go find something to do? And he's like, I don't know what that means. how does one find something to do? He's like, you know, find a hobby? He's like, I don't know what that means. What's a hobby? He gets mad in a minute at the TV. I don't know if it'll show it. There's like a small, like, little, like, clip they put in. Sometimes it, like, registers it and sometimes it doesn't. It's just interesting to think about. Like, Carl's, like, eating and he's like, ah, the news sucks, as usual. Why did I turn this on? I don't know, man. Yeah, he's like, I don't know what to do. Carl, what's a hobby?
Television off.
Oh yeah, so it didn't show it.
Mankind is so depressing. Nothing but greed, stupidity, and violence. 5,000 years of civilization just to get to where we are.
Yeah. It happens. There are some bumps. Piano. I gotta play the piano. I've done all the other stuff. Like on YouTube, I went and like did all of this stuff. But I'm like, I want to play the piano. I don't know which one. I'm not doing Hopeful because I think that's the one that is all janky. Let's do Enigmatic. I think that's supposed to be Marcus's theme song. Maybe. Melancholic. Intimate. I like Intimate. We'll do Intimate. Let's do that one. Maybe. Is this the bad one? Oh, this is the awkward one. I hate this one. I hate playing this one. So, Hopeful was the one I was hoping for, but this one's fine. This is Kara's theme. It's just, it's so janky. I almost want to go, like, start over. You ever have that weird moment where you're like, I just want to start over and play the other songs? That's how this was. Like, I wound up going back and playing it. But I think this one, this is Kara's, and I think Enigmatic is Marcus's. Hopeful, I'm not sure. Melancholic is probably Connor's. It's kind of melancholy-y. I don't know. They all have theme songs on YouTube, so if you ever check them out. I mean, I just love that Carl, like, he rolls on over here and Marcus is all, like, happy about it. Like, my dad's coming over here to watch me play. Listen, if he doesn't come over here to watch you play, he's got problems. I want to meet the person who created the music. It's also the main theme for the game. You're welcome, Dad.
Something has changed in the way you play.
Also, your dad's like the
Sometimes
most
I think
amazing
you have
android
more
in movie
humanity than
history,
most
so
humans.
that's pretty rad.
One day I won't be
He
here to
played
take care
Bishop,
of you anymore.
who's my favorite robot.
You'll have to protect yourself and make your choices. Decide who you are.
Carl's
and want
epic
to become.
foreshadowing. We're gonna have to make some hard choices
This
in the
world
future,
doesn't
son.
like those who are different.
What do you mean?
Marcus.
You know,
Don't
into the
let
world
anyone
choices.
tell you who you should be. Let's go.
In the next game, I want to go to space. I think space would be the best. They keep alluding to it, like, oh, stuff is going on Mars. I'm like, ooh, that sounds fun. Robots on Mars. Somehow, Connor, Hank, Gavin, and Nines, and they all show up there. Like, I don't know why we're in space. I'm a land police officer, not a space one. It's like, yeah, they are now. I want this machine. Not for, like, any practical use.
Let's
just
see
have
where
it.
we left off. Remove the sheet.
My dad is Bishop. Yeah, it's Bishop. Did you watch? You watched Aliens, right? Oh, the robot in Aliens, not. Oh. It's Lance Henriksen, man. He's my favorite robot. I already cleaned up in here, right? Yep. So now I just gotta stand here and wait. Stare at my dad painting. Like, oh yes, blue. It's the best of colors. I guess. He's an artist who can't use his legs. I'm an android. I wonder what happened. He was in an accident. Motorcycle. Marcus. Yep, that's blue, alright. It is
So,
indeed paint.
What's your verdict, Marcus?
I like it. Sure.
Yes, there is something about it.
Gotta be nice to your dad.
Something I can't quite define. I guess I like it.
The truth is, I have nothing left to say anymore. Each day that goes by brings me closer to the end. I'm just an old man clinging to his brushes.
Carl.
But enough about me. Let's see if you have any talent. Give it a try. Try painting something.
Paint? What would I... Painting what?
Anything you want. Give it a try.
He's all like excited. He's all like, oh my god, I've never touched the paints before. Let's just do your thing there. There we go. I didn't think I was gonna I was one-handed in the controller. Is it this way? Yep, okay. Did it.
That is a perfect copy of reality. The painting is not about replicating the world. It's about interpreting, improving on it, showing something you see.
Carl, I don't think I can do that. It's not in my program.
Go on, go. Try it. Grab that canvas. Do something for me. Close your eyes. Close your eyes. Trust me. Try to imagine something that doesn't exist, something you've never seen. Now concentrate on how it makes you feel. And let your hand drift across the canvas.
It just goes back to the painting and it's just nonsense. Oh, I got color everywhere. I think the whole closing my eyes thing was a bad idea. It's like a 5-year-old painted it. What if he was just like weirded out? He's like, okay, just someone, police. I don't know, it's my favorite. It's Bishop. Can't help it.
Hey, Dad.
Leo. I didn't hear you come in.
Oh, I was in the neighborhood. I thought I'd stop by. It's been a while, right?
You all right? You don't look so good.
Oh, yeah, I'm fine. Hey, listen, Easy task, Dad.
He's all hopped up on energy drinks, Dad.
Again? What happened to the money I just gave you?
Well, it just goes, you know?
Yeah, you're on it again, aren't you?
No, I swear it's not that.
No, don't lie to me, Leo.
What difference does it make? I just need some cash, that's all.
Sorry. The answer's no.
What? Why?
You know why.
Yeah, I think I do know why. You'd rather take care of your plastic toy here than your own son, right? Tell me, Dad, what's it got that I don't? Smarter? More obedient? Not like me, right? But you know what? This thing is not your son. It's a fucking machine!
Leo, that's enough. Enough.
You don't care about anything except yourself and your goddamn paintings. You've never loved anyone. You never loved me, Dad. You never loved me.
Marcus is like, I can kill him right now. I can just sneak up behind him and he's dead Leo. It's like, dude, holy shit. It's like, well, it's true. I know everything but CPR. He needs to get a tie that stays. He's always adjusting it. Is it broken? Oh, I forgot I'm just gonna walk in. No androids. He's like, rules don't apply to me. It's because they contradict his objective. Oh, there we go. I did it. Jimmy. This guy's just a dude. They're not allowed in here. I came in because I'm my own boss.
What's your problem? Buy me a drink?
No.
Lieutenant Anderson, my name is Connor. I'm the android sent by CyberLife. I looked for you at the station, but nobody knew where you were. They said you were probably having a drink nearby. I was lucky to find you at the 5th bar.
What do you want?
You were assigned a case early this evening.
It's just like one block.
Homicide.
Is all bars.
Involving a CyberLife.
He's like, I just walked around the block until...
In accordance with procedure, the company has allocated a specialized model to assist investigators.
Well, I don't need any assistance. Especially not from a plastic asshole like you. Just be a good little robot and get the fuck out of here.
Listen, I think you should stop drinking and come with me. It'll make life easier for both of us. I understand that some
Mr.
people
Krabs
are not
needs to calm
comfortable
down.
in the presence of androids, but
I am perfectly comfortable. Now back off before I crush you like an empty beer can.
You know what? I'll buy you one for the road. What do you say? Bartender, the same again, please.
See that, Jim? Wonders of technology. Make it a double. Did you say homicide?
Ah, Cartmanic.
here. I won't be long.
Whatever you say, Lieutenant.
Fucking A, whatever I say.
It said that was the patient response, but I heard sass. Okay, boss. Do what I want.
Josh Douglas from Channel 16. Can you confirm that this is a homicide?
I'm not confirming
Joss.
anything.
Joss is my favorite news reporter in this game.
Typical DPD. They don't tell us shit.
Androids are not permitted beyond this point.
It's with me. What part of staying in the car didn't you understand?
Your order contradicted my instructions, Lieutenant.
You don't talk, you don't touch anything, and you stay out of my way. Got it?
Got it.
Evening, Hank. We were starting to think you weren't gonna show.
Yeah, that was the plan till this asshole found me.
So, got yourself an android, huh?
Oh, very funny.
Looking
Just tell
like
me
no.
what happened.
They gave it to me for some reason.
Tenant hadn't paid his rent for a few months, so he thought he drove by, see what was going on.
Not a good idea.
That's when he found the body. Jesus, that smell. It was even worse before we opened the windows. The victim's name's Carlos Ortiz. He has a record for theft and aggravated assault. According to the neighbors, he was kind of a loner. Stayed inside most of the time. They hardly ever saw him.
Well, stayed easy. Wasn't worth calling everybody out in the middle of the night. Could have waited till morning.
I'd say he's been there for a good 3 weeks.
He's like,
Well,
I
no
don't
more
want to
when the
do my
coroner
job
gets
at
here.
night in the rain.
There's a
I wanted to
kitchen
get
knife
drunk.
over here. Probably
That
the
was
murder
Connor's
weapon.
whole plan.
Any
Just
sign
get
of
him
a
super
break-in?
drunk and then he can't fight back, so he just shoved him
Nope.
in the car and take him to the
The
car
landlord said
seat.
the front door was locked from the inside.
He's like,
All the
fuck
windows were
you.
boarded
It's
up.
like, what are you gonna do
the killer
about
must
it?
have gone out the back way.
Too
What do we
drunk
know
to fight
about his
back.
android?
Not
Punch in the
much.
chops.
The neighbors confirmed he had one, but it wasn't here when we arrived. Well, I gotta get some air.
Oh, wait.
Make yourself at home. I'll be outside if you
I
need
wonder
me.
if androids have a sense of smell. Oh, maybe. I don't know. He's gonna be really mad when I start licking stuff.
This letter is perfect. It's way too neat. No human rights like this.
He's like, just one more. And it's like, yeah, just have it. Go here, yes. And he's like, I can't fight. The android's too strong.
Chris, was this written in the victim's blood?
Yeah, it was. And I'm
I
gonna
would
lick
say
it.
so.
So
We're taking
you're welcome.
samples for analysis.
I love it because he's like, what the fuck?
Oh, Jesus, what the hell are you doing?
I'm analyzing the blood.
I'm like a
I
bad
can check
dog.
samples in real time.
What are you putting in your
I'm
mouth?
sorry. I should have warned you.
Okay, just don't put any more evidence in your mouth. You got it?
Got it.
You're not my dad yet.
Fucking hell, I can't believe this shit.
Well, okay, I have to lick stuff. I don't know why they put the thing in my tongue. I didn't ask them to, Hank. I can't believe you're just gonna lick the blood. It's like, it's the only way I know how to analyze it. I can touch stuff all I want, but if I want to know, really know, I gotta lick it. It's like, listen, I will buy you the entire bottle of whiskey if you come with me right now. On CyberLife's dime, too. It's the reason he has that money is because CyberLife gave it to him for expenses for weird stuff. Like, robots don't actually need things. It's just that other people, you know, might, I guess. Because androids aren't supposed to have any, like, sort of attachments to anything. So they're just like, listen, we're gonna give you, like, $1,000. It's like, for what? Like, I don't know, maybe your partner's a drunk idiot.
He was stabbed 28
oh,
times.
alright.
Seems like the killer really had it in for her.
Oh my god. I would love some liquor right now. It's been one of those weeks. Starts school again soon. I have 2 weeks of online, and then they're like, and then you can go back to school, like, in the building. And I'm like, that sounds like a very bad
Chris, I want
idea.
full analysis on the
Chris, you're my
narcotics.
way. it's not going to be blown over in 2 weeks, but they're living under the assumption that
Consider it done, Lieutenant.
it's just going to be like 2 weeks, and that's going to be, it'll be fine. It won't. And there's also no way for me to practice, like,
Hey,
social
Mike, you finished
distancing.
taking samples there?
Yeah, that's it.
At school. There's just not. I was talking to a friend of mine that goes to school with me about animal care duty, because animal care duty starts back up in 2 weeks. And I have to go into the school to do animal care, like walk dogs and take care of cats and stuff like that. The problem is that in animal care, you are literally pressed against other people all the time. Like, I have been pressed against another person because we were both trying to get a dog in a cage together, and it just wouldn't go in. So, you know, we were like up touching each other, like very close, like within breathing and sneezing, coughing range. And I'm like, seems like a bad idea to reopen the school. Like, I know that there are a lot of people who are working right now, and I really appreciate it, but it's not really something that we should be doing, is having a bunch of students hanging around in classrooms together, because there's not enough space to distance ourselves from each other. There's just not. And if I wind up getting sick and bringing that stuff home to the kids, I'm going to hurt someone. Not the person who got me sick, because, you know, if they're asymptomatic, they obviously don't know. But I will find issue with the school over it. So yeah, I just think it's really dumb. I really like going to school there, but I think people are kind of stupid. Also, since some of my teachers are, you know, old, it's just not a good idea.
Door was locked from the inside. Killer must have gone out this way.
There are no footprints apart from Officer Collins' size 10 shoes.
Well, this happened weeks ago. Tracks could have faded.
No, this type of soil would retain a trace. Nobody's been out here for a long time.
I love that, like, Connor's not supposed to have any emotions, but he's, like, the sassiest bitch. he gives, like, so much sass in his words that it's hilarious. Sorry, I'm just trying to go down this hallway here, and everything wants to stop me from doing that. Let's go in the bathroom, where all the creepy shit is. Yeah, this is weird. I don't know who made it, but nice. Oh, nice, I got all the evidence. Woo! Can't open this, okay. Now I gotta go talk to my new partner who despises everything about me. You can't despise this cuteness, Hank. Look at this puppy dog face. Where the hell did you go? There he is. He's lurking in the shadows. So, I found
Lieutenant,
all the things.
I think I figured out what happened.
Oh, yeah?
He's lurking in the shadows like
I'm
Batman.
all ears.
It all started in the kitchen.
There are obvious signs of a struggle. Question is, what exactly happened here?
I think the victim attacked the android
with a bat.
With the bat.
That lines up with the evidence. Go on.
The android stabbed the victim.
This is sad because, like, the guy was high.
Android was trying to defend
He had been
itself,
reading a
right?
magazine about your android spying on
Okay,
you.
then what happened?
He'd been
The victim
abusing
fled
this.
to
He'd been abusing this android for a while.
the living room.
But yeah, I hate to be like, oh, you know, this guy deserved to die, but kind of did. Self-defense. I mean, the android shouldn't have, like, chased him down and stabbed him 28 times, but
that makes
the
sense.
initial slashing
The
and
android
stabbing was
murdered the
kind of
victim.
justified.
With the knife.
Okay. Your theory's not
Like, this
totally
was, like,
ridiculous,
rage here.
but it doesn't tell us where the android went.
It was damaged by the bat and lost some therium.
Lost some what?
Therium. You call it blue blood.
It's that
It's the
goo that
fluid that
leaks out of
powers
our
androids'
bodies when we get the
biocomponents.
shit beat out of us. You know, like blood.
It evaporates
It's
after a
like,
few hours and becomes
okay, you don't
invisible
be
to
a
the naked
fucking
eye.
saucy bitch about it. I was just asking.
But I bet you can still see it, can't you?
Correct.
I'm just like that Hank, you know, he's like, I don't want this android. Fuck him. And then now he's like, oh, okay, so he's kind of smart, I guess. Get out of my way, dude. Don't make me take a fucking page from Gavin and call you a dipshit. Get out of my way. Oh my god. I'll stab you. Like that android did to that guy. I think I can open this or something. Yeah, there's like mops and shit in here. Ah, startled! You're not supposed to get startled, Connor. You're a robot right now. He's deviant enough now that startling happens. He's like, oh, okay. The state of this house for there to be an imprint where the ladder was is pretty disgusting. Like when you don't dust for a while, but this house is just a crack house, so it's like really gross. I need a chair, Dad. Don't mind me.
Hey, what are you doing with that chair?
I'm going to check something.
I'm gonna start a wrestling match. WWE up in here. Do you think Connor would keep being a cop afterwards? I think he would. I think he would until, like, Hank retired. I think he'd keep being a cop. God, we get some crazy-ass upper body strength. I guess we're a robot, though. Like an android. So he's just, like, holding himself there. You know how hard that is? That's some strength. Sneaky, sneaky. I really like this sequence, though, because it's really eerie. I mean, he could. He would like hit you so hard, he'd break the chair and the floor underneath you. That's how hard Connor would hit you. I love this too. Like you see his LED, like, not here, but like when you come around the corner, you can see him in the back, and you can just see his red LED. Turn this up. Now the kids are out of school for the rest of the school year, so you can see his little red LED there in the corner, because he's like trying to hide, but he's like really bad at it, because you know he's not like not a bad guy. He's just like, I'm totally hidden, right? It's like, no, you got a glowing ring on your face. It's like, oh. I was thinking more like Rock Bottom, the guy. Fucking do the Stone Cold Stunner.
He was gonna kill me. I'm begging you. Don't tell him.
He has no choice. Right now, he's still very much a robot.
It's here, Lieutenant!
Oh, shit. Chris!
He's like, what?
Get your asses in here now!
This guy doesn't understand, though, like, this whole fucking thing. Like, he's like, why would you tell we're both androids? It's like, because you've gone deviant and Connor hasn't. Connor is very much the robot. So, it's not like he thinks about all of this stuff. Oh, him and Hank could be the Hardy Boys. They need a hot chick. I mean, I guess we can get Simon. He's not a chick, but it's fine. Okay, I'm gonna play through this sequence. And then I gotta go get
Todd.
Din started. Dude, have you ever seen the meme where it's like appropriate ways to wake people up and it shows like Kara over Todd and then like Marcus gently waking you know, Carl up with like the sunlight and then like fucking Connor slapping the piss out of Hank and it's like, no, don't do that. It's like, well, maybe if Hank didn't fall asleep drunk, I wouldn't have to slap him to death. Just
There
saying.
wasn't much in the kitchen. I did what I could.
What if I just didn't turn on the light?
Life's funny.
I want to see Connor
I lost
with
my
a
job because of
with a mohawk,
androids.
like a blue mohawk.
And I need somebody
He's
to
like
take care
so
of this
serious,
goddamn
but like
house.
one day he's like, after he becomes deviant, he's like watching like a band on TV.
Fucking android.
And then he's like, I want to do that.
Joke. Of course, androids are so fucking wonderful.
I think you should calm down, Todd.
Fail. They're never tired.
I think you should
sad.
take a nap.
So fucking perfect. They ruined my fucking life.
No. I'm pretty sure the crack you keep doing is what ruined your life. I'm just saying.
Hey, look at that. What's your fucking problem? Not the life you dreamed of, eh?
Alice is like, I never
Maybe
have
you think
dreams.
this is easy. Maybe you think it's my fault we live in this fucking shithole. My fault your fucking mother took off. You should stop taking drugs, Todd.
I love how he says it. Like, why would I stop taking drugs?
Took off out of word. Fucking whore walked out on me for a fucking accountant. It's all your fault.
Daddy, no.
It's all your fucking fault.
There's like a whole like thing too that you don't realize about this situation. Is when you're running away and Todd comes out the door and he says you can't, what does he say? Like you can't leave your mind. And it seems like he's talking to Kara. But like later when you find out that Alice is an android, you realize he's talking to Alice. Like, you can't leave your mind. He's not talking to Kara. He doesn't give two shits about Kara. Not really. I gotta go save my daughter! This is so cool. And also that, like, Connor has, like, the most security, which makes sense. Like, the RK-800 and the RK-900, it makes sense that they would have the most, security, seeing as they're advanced deviant hunters. But it's also that, like, Alice is an android. So he, like, literally bought her. So, like, his whole thing is just like, oh, you're mine. And it's like, am I? Not all that. Yeah, people, like, kill Todd here, but I couldn't.
He's coming. He's gonna hurt me. Run! Get away, or he's gonna break you like last time.
Come on, girl. We're gonna get out of here. This guy's a dick.
You're coming with me.
We can have a better life with Ralph.
Very mad. Fucking brat. It's all her fault. It's all her fucking fault.
I just felt like it's not worth it. And not only that, but it also makes public opinion go down for you.
Quick, he's coming!
I can hear. I have ears. I have ears! Run away! No touchy! No touchy. The first time I played through this, I slightly fucked up. No one died, but I got into a fight with with Todd, and he like threw me on the ground. Yeah, that. You have to be. Yeah, you're mine. And I was like, oh shit, he's gonna kill me. Well, I wound up running out the back door and climbing the fence because I'd found it beforehand. I was like, fuck. I thought I was gonna die. No, I got away. I was like, bye, see ya, adios. Yeah, you can kill him, but I was just like, it's not worth it. It doesn't show or say anything about you if you shoot him. You know, I mean, like, pointing a gun at him and being like, back the fuck off, that's fine. But I felt like it was better to keep him alive, and I really wasn't disappointed, because having that scene there at the end where he's like, I'm a piece of shit and I'm sorry, and he actually saves you, because he's like, I was the wrong person, I thought it was someone else, it's totally not an android, I'm high. The guy's like, I can see that, sir, stop yelling for us for nonsense. So yeah, alright, I'm gonna get off here. I have to go make din din, and then I gotta get ready for anime, because I know you guys want to see that prison festival in Nambaka. Who doesn't? Am I right? But I love you guys very, very much, and I look forward to watching anime with you. It makes me happy. And go check out Detroit Awakening and Detroit Evolution, the fan films that Octopunk did. Maximilian he's just amazing as Nines, and Chris, I think that's his name. I can't remember, and I feel stupid. It might not be. Doesn't matter. He's amazing as Gavin. And now if you watch that and then we get to Gavin, you're gonna be like, God damn it, I can't be mad at Gavin now. I can't. He's too cute. So yeah, I love you guys, and I'll see you guys next time. Okay? Or I'll see you next time here, and then I'll see you in an hour and a half for anime. Alright? Okay. Bye, my loves.